I feel like there was something that I was gonna do when it comes to loading screens. Can I hear myself? I think I can. Oh well, it's fine. So, the theme behind today's stream is I wanted to stream. That's it. I woke up, I wanted to stream, I looked at my ideas list. I'm not feeling any of these. And then, what do I want to do today? What am I feeling like doing today? How about some schizophrenia for breakfast? I woke up like late. I got up late. It's already 16:45, 46. Point is, I got up super late. Skits always my favorite cereal. Would you believe that on Twitch side that today is the affiliate anniversary? I had no idea. I don't even know what date it is today. March 13? March 13. Tomorrow is White Day. Wow, amazing. Yeah, happy birthday. Thank you. It's my birthday every day. Alright, let's get right into the news, shall we? Okay, let me go grab the content. I'm also, keep in mind, I also just like woke up and I didn't wake up. Okay, maybe I woke up like 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. Point is, I'm kind of loopy. It takes me a long while for me to actually, hello, good morning. It takes me a while for me to start up. So today we are in the 4chans. Wow, 4chan. Wow, I've never heard of this place before. This is, I just wanted to stream. I just wanted to stream, and I thought, what better way, what better place is there than this so-called 4chans? See, man, retention general. I was looking at that one. I just saw that. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's click. What is semen retention general? What is semen retention? Semen retention is the practice of completely abstaining from the practice, often with the intention of preserving and redirecting vital and sexual energy to oneself. Do you really believe it? Do you think there's energy? Do you think males have energy? Is this where succubus comes from? I kind of see it. Also, they're like Shenmue. They're looking for those sailors. I don't know how I ended up in it, but I somehow ended up in a succubus summoning Discord, and I have not been there in 3 years. I'm gonna check it out right now. Actually, I'm gonna go check out the succubus summoning Discord right now, if it even still exists. I do not see it. It might have gotten deleted. I don't see it in any of my 200 Discord server lists, so it's probably straight up just gone. It might actually just be gone. Let me see. The Ryan Gosling server. Dungeon and Ono holes. I don't see it in here. It might actually just be dead straight up. I have a feeling that the succubus summoning Discord is no longer active. It might have gotten deleted. Dungeons and what? Dungeons and Ono holes. You know how it is. Yeah, I don't think this server exists anymore. Unless I go all the way down. Let's see what's down here. Pink Moon. China. Yeah, I think it's dead. I guess no succubus summoning Discord anymore. The succubi came and took them away. It's fine. I have it's fine. The Heritage Foundation. I've heard of that one. Oh, this is how government works? How does government work? Wait. That's kind of funny actually. So this is about tarot, runes, cartomancy, scrying, pendulum, cleromancy, I Ching, digital oracles, taseomancy, necromancy. Let me tell you a thing. I learned about what was her name? Helena Blavatsky. She's very she will make you cry essentially, and not in the bad way. But I learned about theosophy from Helena Blavatsky. Sophie, don't look at don't look at my history. Theosophy, it's some weirdo like spirituality thing that combines essentially every single religion, and I think it's kind of just all fake. I don't think she was onto anything here. She is essentially trying to combine every single religion with science, and it's all... She was close. For quite some time actually, I've been clickbaited. Look, we're getting to the succubi later. We gotta wait for everyone to get clickbaited in, and then we're gonna go to the succubi summoning general. Or where is it? Where is the search? There it is. Succubus. Succubus general. There you go. We will open that one up for later. But I've always been interested in magic. I've always been fascinated by the unknown and the intersection between science and magic, because at the end of the day, apparently someone said that indistinguishable science is essentially magic. Because if you were to go back in time and show someone, I don't know, magnetism or gravity or I don't know, light or fire, if you go sufficiently back far enough, they're gonna think you're a witch or something, and they're gonna kill you because they think you're doing some kind of witchcraft or something. I'm going to add 50 milligrams of sodium nitrate to this sodium chloride and watch as the water turns from purple into blue. Wow, I'm a wizard. They're gonna kill me now. It's actually just science. It's a titration. But I've always been fascinated by magic essentially, and it's kind of a shame. Maybe? As far as we know, magic does not exist. But the truth is out there. Perhaps one day we will find out that magic is real. I went back too far. Oh, it's because I still have this filter on. UFOs, that's another thing about aliens. I do wonder if aliens are real. I think... Are aliens real? Are ghosts real? Is anything real? This stupid meme is following me everywhere. I can't escape this stupid this stupid face. Is that where they play fail? No, probably not. Whatever in creation exists without please and thank you exists without my consent. I don't know what that means. Oh, there it is. What is the most powerful type of black magic? Who knows? I used to browse X like years ago, like years and years and years ago. But nowadays X is very non-burger. There's nothing in here for anyone. It's all just a bunch of nonsense in here now. The Kabbalah is very interesting. It's like a mix of Western tradition and mysticism, something like that. This is like ancient magic too, Kabbalah stuff. Very, very like, this goes back like maybe 3,000 years or something actually. But as for whether it's real or not, who knows? Just woke up and somehow here. Hello Danica. I'm looking at nonsense essentially. None of this is real. I wish any of this was real. If even like a speck of a ghost was real, I'd go insane. But unfortunately, it seems that there are forces in this world that actually don't exist. A while ago, a very long time ago, maybe like my first year that I started streaming, I did a collab with Deslaris, which you may or may not know. Maybe you don't know. He's a very niche nobody basically, but but basically we went on kind of a rabbit hole because he specializes in religious studies and such, so he's a bit familiar with occult and stuff. And I've been wanting to do a follow-up with that, but I haven't really gotten around to it. Is witchcraft real? It might be. But as far as I know, no. But I desperately want to be proven wrong. I want any of this to be real. But so far there hasn't been any evidence to the contrary. Is fire real? Is fire real? Who knows? Is water real? Is water wet? Who knows? All that we know in this world. Oops. But there's a lot of ancient stuff. And oh yeah, the reason I brought up the Deslaris is because he actually brought it up to me actually. He said one day we should go out and go find some supernatural stuff, and I was like, okay, sure. There's an abandoned asylum maybe like 30 minutes away from where I live, and I said, hey, let's go to this asylum over here. And he said, okay. And then we looked into it, but it's basically just a pile of rocks out there. The entire building is demolished. This building was like something like the mid 1900s is when it was in service. But something like 70 years ago, they got rid of it completely. And I had thought that they still left the buildings up and everything, but no, apparently it's just a foundation out there. And so we've been looking for a haunted place out here just to go out and see if there's anything real, but basically like real life ghost hunters slash phasmophobia type stuff. But as far as we know, well, like I've been wanting to go out to a few of these places, but he says that it's either too far, or that blah blah blah, or that I'm scared, or that I'm a little weenie. Realistically though, I'm the one that's very easily scared. But I mean, as long as I don't believe in it, then it doesn't exist, right? So if I don't believe in ghosts, it doesn't exist. Besides, there's nothing to fear but fear itself, right? So there's no ghosts, there's no aliens, there's no monsters, there's no Queen of England. You know how it is. How do I? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just grab that, put it over here. And then come back here. Witches aren't real. Tell my grandma stop being paranoid about brujas. That reminds me, actually, there was a little girl that came over to our house some time ago. And apparently she's able to like read energies or something. I have no idea like how much I believe of any of this, but apparently this little girl said that the house like two houses down from us has this like very sinister energy, and that something happened in there. I have no idea what it was, but our house is perfectly fine, but the house down there was like very dark or something, and I have no idea if any of that is real. But sometimes I'm inclined to believe, partially because I want to believe, you know that thing, I want to believe. Where's the thing? There it is, this thing. I want to believe that any of this is real, but I haven't been proven wrong about any of this. When I was younger, I was lying in bed, like very young, like baby young. Maybe not baby, but like maybe elementary school or middle school. I was just lying in bed. I was looking at the window, and I saw something like this, like way out in the distance, and it was just like kind of like very slowly like going down, and then I blinked, and then suddenly it like flew off super fast. And maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was just my eyes playing tricks on me, or maybe I was just being paranoid, but I've always been deathly afraid of aliens. That's one of my top fears. That reminds me, I was gonna play Dead Space at a certain point recently, but I never got around to it. The only place I know is haunted is Goatman's Bridge. Let's check it out. Goatman's Bridge. What is Goatman's Bridge? Is it real? This looks like someplace I've been, but it's very likely someplace different. Okay, where is Goatman's Bridge? What is the story of Goatman's Bridge? Do I want to make this dark mode? Nah, I don't care, it's fine. This is in Texas. You, Des, and others should go to Skinwalker Ranch. Oh yeah, the Skinwalker Ranch. Where is this? I've watched a few videos on Skinwalker Ranch. It's in Utah though, that's a little bit too far away for us. Navajo legend. Very fitting music, I feel. I've watched a lot of this kind of stuff, and like I said, I'm very easily scared. But that's because I want to believe all this stuff, right? But I don't know realistically if at my very core if any of this is real. Not Modern X. Yeah. Hello, Pomf. I was just saying that Modern X is really bad, and so we're just gonna make fun of the people on there. What state are you willing to go to? I don't know, probably Nevada, maybe Arizona, on like, I don't know, a weekend trip or something. But to go out there for like a single thing as like a one-off throwaway gimmick thing, especially to Utah, like to faraway locations. Oh, you know what we should have done? When he and I were riding cross country, we should have probably gone to some haunted locations, but whatever. It's fine now. I can look at some archive stuff I can recommend. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Witches aren't real. Oh, I read that. I was saying, oh yeah, I think there's someone on my dad's side that's indigenous, and they're very spiritual and that kind of thing. And I think what states? Like southwest states, basically. That area, that general area. But if it were to be like more than 3 hours, we probably wouldn't go. As it is right now, Des is like very unwilling to come out here for the asylum that I mentioned. I think there's something else out here too. I'll have to look into it, but he did want to make a day trip out of it and come out here. We were gonna stream together, and then we're gonna go look at the stars. No homo. Wow, that sounds really gay when I yeah, I mean, like, looking at the stars is kind of romantic, but like I wouldn't do that kind of thing with him. Wow. No, it's not like that. It's not like that. Yeah, it's very gay. I would never do anything like that with him. He's not my type anyways. They all have that one haunted room that you run past any random Mexican household. True. When I was younger and I lived in this other apartment, there was always this weird feeling that I would get when I would walk into the hallway, and it felt like I was walking through a spiderweb, but there wasn't actually anything there. I guess haunted locations. I'm just gonna put on a video. Yeah, how about that? The top 5 haunted places in Southern California. Yeah, let's go to the Queen Mary, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna... This isn't exactly what I wanted though. I wanted more like scenery. I wanted more scenery. And also this is probably gonna get taken down, but whatever, I don't care. Top 10 abandoned places in California you should never explore. I've been interested in urban exploration too. Like there's a lot of places where you can actually get lost in, so that's one of the reasons I'm apprehensive about doing exploration, is because it's very possible that there's like asbestos or like some other, I don't know, mold that's gonna take over your brain and kill you down there, especially after decades and centuries of not ever being cleaned or anything. There's very likely to be some kind of thing down there that starts The Last of Us or something. Risk exploration on K. Man, it's really fallen off. All these things up here, they all fell off. Shout out to F. I used to go on F all the time. Where is it? F. I used to go on F. I'm not gonna click it because it's very likely that there used to be not safe stuff out there on F, but F was great. Lots of great times on there. I used to go on F every day. I was excited. Oh, what's gonna be on F today? Oh, it's just porn. Oh, it's another screamer. I hated those screamers so much. Birdcage. I used to be interested in the Appalachian Mountains. I used to live, up until recently, I lived very close to the Appalachian Mountains. Oh, this other thing, the not deer. This thing freaks me out. This guy. Apparently, these guys exist out there, and this is another reason why I don't like deers, because they're really freaky. And not deers especially, they have ears. They have eyes in the front of their head instead of at the back of their heads. Let me see if I can turn this on actually down here. Where is it? There you go. Now you can see your oops. Okay, up there. Yeah. How about over there? But I don't like deer. Deer are creepy. Deer creep me out. I don't like deer. They're freaky. I blame 2015 and the death of Tumblr for what happened to 4C. Yeah, that's why Pippa's a tourist. I was on here since, I don't know, a long time ago. And then I met friends and I kind of stopped going on the 4chans. But for the longest time, I would be on here just lurking. I wouldn't even post. I would just lurk every day. Not really participate in anything, but it's creepy. Appalachia, I mean. I've driven out into the woods in Appalachia, and I've never felt anything weird out there, like at all. They have post timer now and it sucks. That's what I really hate. Yeah, they broke the CAPTCHA essentially. I cannot even post. I can't even post anymore. So I just, it's annoying. Where the hell is my browser? I'm looking for my browser on the side. I can't find it. And I'm gonna forget what I was trying to do. I cannot. Hold on. This is I got way too many windows. I have way too many windows open. But yeah, I used to go out for work into the Appalachian Mountains, and I never found anything weird about it except for this one place. But I don't remember if I still have the picture. Could be day 1 of 05. 05, my childhood was ruined for the. You've been on there since 05? Oh man, it's actually over. Yeah, we were never making that. Yeah. I remember one time in high school, someone was like, it was two girls were talking, and one girl said something 4chan, and the other one said, "What? You go on 4chan? I can't believe it," as if like she was some kind of murderer or something. It's just an image board. But nowadays, 4chan is just full of Reddit essentially, and you can't really tell the two apart. It's very funny, and people get mad. This other thing that people get really mad over. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of telling you what I mean, let me show. There's this like text thing. So people will just like la, 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 and then they'll make a space and then la, 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 la. And then people get mad at you over this because apparently that's a Reddit spacing. If you have like a single space in the center of your two ideas, that's Reddit spacing. I never understood what any of that means. Hello, Ness. I'm semi-ranting, I don't know. This is just a stream. I just wanted to stream. I just wanted to yap. So here I am, yapping. Most of chat has like 7 to 10 years on you. Me? What? I would hope that we're all about the same age or something. Hold on, let me think about it. Yeah, I'm basically a 30-year-old boomer. I drink the White Monster. I've been craving White Monster actually. What my BGM? You know what? We're doing another one, which is House BGM OST. What? What do you mean, Nikki? Full OST, yeah. No, you're not. Oh, okay, you know what? Maybe fine. But I'm not a zoomer. I'm not a zoomer. I'll tell you that much. I'm not a zoomer. I refuse to give them any emails just to post. Yeah, I don't give anything. It's supposed to be anonymous, right? What was I saying? What was I talking about? I may look young. Look, I'm in touch with the youth. I'm hip. I'm young. I'm still with it. You know how it is. I still got it. I got my youth, kind of, partially. I'm starting to lose it a little bit, but it's fine. Nikki, please don't touch the youth. No, that's not what I mean. I hear those knees creaking. No. The other day I was talking with a friend and I stretched and my shoulder popped. And he heard it. It was like, oh, what was that? That's just my knees creaking, my body falling apart. I've had back pain since I was in middle school. I was born old. I'm Benjamin Button. It's getting to the point where I feel like I need to exercise just to stay in place. You know, the red queen hypothesis, where you need to run as hard as as fast as you can just to stay in place, just to maintain the status quo. Give me 5 seconds. Yes, give me 5. Count down 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's quite a lot of haunted places here. Especially since the gold rush stuff, right? There's gonna be a lot of abandoned mine shafts, but I probably wouldn't go to a mine shaft because there's gonna be that possibility of carbon monoxide and that kind of thing. So, I'm curious. I'm very curious about the paranormal and such, but I wouldn't put my life in danger, not for the supernatural, but rather for the supranatural, I guess, because of dangers like, I don't know, getting Lyme disease or getting rabies from some animal that's gonna jump out of the I don't know, the bushes or whatever. But like I said before, I have gone out into the forest. The deer staring into my soul. It's creepy. I don't like deer. Deer are very creepy. I had never seen deer that much until I went to the East Coast, and they were everywhere. There were so many deer, and sometimes they would just stare at me. I would be out in the forest, and usually the deer just kind of get scared and just jump away, but sometimes the deer would just be there. I like stare at me, like this picture right here. They just stare at me, and it's creepy. I don't like deer. Join the hunting guild. She has cookies. Oh yeah, the Iori. Deerotic. Where the hell's my? I'm desperate. I've been trying to look for. Here it is. I found it. Okay. Now, load. We're gonna pop out so that I can actually read. Oh, this is a scary song. I'm getting flashbacks to playing this game. Witch's House was very good and also scary. It had a lot of jump scares, which I normally hate. I normally hate jump scares in games like RPG Maker games. But I don't know, there was something about Witch's House that was really good. It had a lot of soul. And if you've played it, Witch's House, and you enjoyed it, I highly recommend the light novel called Diary of Ellen. It's very good. I'm getting shivers. When I would go into the forest, I would try my best not to stay out after dark, because that's when things would become creepy, and it's probably just me, honestly. But I would get very creeped out by the forest at night. During the day, it's totally normal. There's birds and everything, birds chirping, animals just going around. Nothing weird. But it made it even creepier because I would go off of the trail. I would go into the forest, like kind of deep into the forest, off trail, with nothing but a single GPS. And I always made sure that I had that GPS fully charged. Because there were a few times where I've gotten stuck in the forest. Well, not stuck, but I've been out in the forest, like past, like late. Not late night, but late daytime. Like near twilight. And once the sun goes down, I have like maybe 30, closer to 15 minutes actually before it gets dark. And so I'd be like way out in the forest. And that's when I would start to get scared, when it would get progressively darker and darker, especially among all the trees and everything. It's even darker inside the woods than it is on the outskirts of the woods. But I would be in the middle of the woods with just by myself, actually. I wouldn't have any help or anything. I just went out there as part of my work, just doing my thing that I need to do. I'm not gonna elaborate, but basically just walking out there in the woods, off trail, among a bunch of branches. Sometimes it would be really hard to navigate through the woods because of all the brushes and everything. But I had a really bad habit. Hello, sir. Is that albino deer Iori? It's a creepy knot deer. If you ever see one of these, you're basically dead. It's a knot deer. And there's been a few times where I've seen very strange things. That's another thing. I've been looking, because the specific place that I'm thinking about right now, I was in the woods. And you know how trees are just scattered randomly? But there was this certain place that I came to in the woods, like middle of the woods, very far away from any trails. And I was just walking, and then I looked to my right, and it's just like, it's just such a creepy sight. I can't even like. So I'm walking down, and I turn, and I see 2 rows of trees and a path going through, and there's no bushes, there's no trees, there's no branches. It's just straight a path through these 2 rows of trees. It's in the middle of the woods, super far away from any human contact, essentially. And it's just like, it just felt really unnatural. It felt very, I don't know, like demonic almost. I probably like scared myself in the moment too, but it was just a very unnatural path in the middle of the woods. So the worst part is that I had to walk through that path to get to one of my locations. It was creepy. Where is it? And I'm gonna see if I can try to find that path. I'm probably not gonna find it. It might take me a while. But it's on my phone somewhere, I think. This was like maybe a year ago or something. Maybe earlier this year. No, it was a year ago. It was a year ago during the summer that I found this path. And it was getting dark. At that point, it was like maybe the sun was already down. And by the time I was coming back, I was just rushing through the forest. And rushing through the forest I don't know if you're familiar with running through the forest, but it's not something you should be doing. Because if you trip in the forest, there could be a branch like in the wrong place, or there could be a hole in the wrong place. And you could actually, I don't know, actually seriously break your leg, break your foot or something if you're running through the forest. And that happened to me almost once. I think I sprained my ankle running through the forest because it was really late at night. And there would be like noises. This is like maybe, if you see my background here, it was like getting around to that level of light. And at that point, I was just trying to get out of the forest as soon as possible. And I could barely see like maybe 5-10 feet in front of me because I forgot my glasses that day. Never forgot my glasses after that. Because when it gets dark, it gets really, really difficult for me to see at night. So I can't really see all that much when it gets dark. I have like maybe 10 feet of visibility in front of me, and the darker it gets, the less I can see. So I forgot my glasses that day, and I couldn't see. And I was trying to get out of the forest, and it was a very rocky, hilly location of the forest. Thankfully, this forest was one where it was surrounded by civilization, so if I went far enough in one direction, eventually I would get out. But for some of the northern areas of my work site, it would just be forest, like actual Appalachian forest, for miles. So if I got lost out there, it'd probably be over for me. But thankfully, that's why I always carried my GPS. And it had light, it had a backlight on it, so I never got lost. Except for that one time where I was just out there for recreational purposes. I was out there for myself. I didn't bring any GPS. All I brought was my phone. That's pretty much it. And it got really late. It got like nighttime late. I was just out hiking. I was just gonna go out for a hike just because, but I kind of got a little bit lost, and before I knew it, it's nighttime. I have no idea where I'm going. I'm trying to retrace my steps. I've been going around in circles. I couldn't see in front of me. I couldn't see where the path was. At a certain point, I was on trail. But then after nighttime, I lost that trail and I had no idea where I was going. So I'm just like walking around in the forest. I had my phone. Nikki, your phone has a clock. Yes. Yes. However, I was very stupid and my phone was like maybe 8% battery. So I was actually trying to save it for like actual emergency purposes. And then I sent out a message to a friend essentially saying, if I don't text you by the morning, you should probably send someone. So I'm out there just kind of wandering around, and then I look at my phone and then oops, phone's dead. I'm out here in the woods. It's super dark. I don't have a GPS. I don't have my phone anymore. Yay! I'm lost in the woods. It's nighttime. I don't know where I'm going. And then thankfully I had the foresight to bring a flashlight. A very weak flashlight, mind you, but a flashlight. So again, I'm just still walking through the forest. I'm trying to find some kind of path, and I couldn't find it. I ultimately lost the path, but I'm still trying to get through the forest. And then at the corner of my eye, I see like some movement, and I hear something, and I think, I'm dead. But I'm also like trying to rationalize to myself, it's probably just a deer. It's probably nothing. It's maybe a raccoon or like a deer or something. But at the same time, I'm also like externally freaking out because I have no idea where I am. I have no GPS, no phone. I might actually die out here. I'm not prepared. I don't even have any water on me. It was that bad. I was actually very dumb that day. But the only thing that I had brought was an extra flashlight, and thankfully I was able to see just far enough to just walk around. Oh my goodness. This song is when something chases you in game. This is basically how I felt in game. I mean, in the forest. Because I felt like there was something watching me in the forest. And it's probably just in my mind. But who was phone? Phone was dead. There was no phone. It was dead. I was very dumb that day. But thankfully, in the very, very distance of the... just like very, very far away, I could hear something. And it sounded like an engine? And then I realized that's probably a road, because I heard it a few times. So I was at this point kind of just trying to run. I was running because I could not see any path in front of me. I had lost the path like maybe an hour ago. I was just walking around in circles at that point. I was walking. Do I know this tree? I don't know this tree. Okay, we're good. And then I kept walking, and then I see this tree, and then I think, wait a second. I've seen this tree before. I passed this tree already like 30 minutes ago. I thought I was going north. I wasn't actually going north. I was going on in a giant circle. But again, I saw, or I didn't see, I heard this noise in the very, very distance, and it was cars. So I'm thinking, I'm saved. I'll probably gonna be okay. There's cars, that means there's a road, which means eventually that road is gonna lead to the city, right? So I walked towards that road. And if I didn't know any better, there was this area, this clearing in the woods where I jumped out of. And it was a bunch of, if you watched, what's it called? This movie, Blair Witch Project. Let me see if I can pull up, where is it? Where's my browser? Where's my browser? Where's my browser? Uh-oh, I lost the browser. Wait, did I actually lose the browser? What the hell? Where's the deer browser? Oh my goodness, I have too many things open. Oh, here it is. Okay, Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch Project. Like symbols? Symbols? Wooden figures? Yeah, like this thing. Yeah, okay, it was like this thing in the woods. It was very weird. Not exactly like this, but there were like a lot of weird like formations, like structures in that clearing. Kind of like this? Not exactly, but like made out of metallic things and such. Art installation in woods. Maybe something like this. Something like that. And then it was like something like that too. Basically this kind of thing. I was just out there in the woods, and thankfully it was just part of, it was an actual art installation just out in the woods, just because, I guess. Kind of like that a little bit. There was one of those, but it was very, very weird, strange structures in the woods. And if I didn't know already that there was an art exhibit here, I probably would have freaked out a lot. But thankfully that just meant that I was closer to buildings, I guess. So eventually I got out and I walked through this area, this weird art exhibit area. Kind of like that, a little bit. But yeah, there was like a weird art stuff out there, just in the woods. Which reminds me, I don't know if you're familiar with stairs in the woods, but apparently, if you come across stairs in the woods, and you go up them, something bad happens. There's like an entire thing dedicated to stairs in the woods stories. I recommend you read them. I we like knowledge that it's Reddit, but the stories are good. This one, it's just staircases in the woods. This one, here it is, search and rescue. This is again Reddit hate and everything, but these are good stories, and it goes on for quite a while actually. There's like maybe 5 parts or something to this. I never finished it, but I enjoyed it a lot. So let's see, one of these is they're just like out in the woods and they suddenly find stairs in the woods, and every time someone touches them or goes up them, something goes really bad. And for some of them, I remember there's being one story where there was a kid that went up the stairs and he was just like dancing on the stairs, like, yeah, it's just stairs, there's nothing's gonna happen. And then like 10 seconds later, he just like falls down the stairs, like just dead cold. And then they do an autopsy on him and they find that he has like holes in his organs. He has nothing on his skin. His skin is perfectly intact, but they cut into him and his stomach is basically perforated like Swiss cheese basically, so his organs are full of holes, and then like his heart, all his everything inside him is just perforated, like bullet sized holes, and like perfectly clean cut and everything. It's not even messy, just holes. It was very weird. So if you ever see stairs in the woods, don't touch them. I do have kind of a story with this, but this was just very close to a road, so it's probably man-made. But there was some stairs that I came across in the woods. It was kind of like this, very similar to this. Now that I think about it, I think I've come across this 2 or 3 times, but this is like very close to civilization, so very likely that this was just a normal, old, abandoned path, essentially. But when it comes to other stairs, like, if I can find it, no, I guess it's gone. Stairs in the woods, like this, like just random stairs. Just randomly in the woods. Those are weird. And it might be fake. Maybe this is all fake. Maybe none of this is real. Again, we don't know if any of this is real. Who knows? Maybe it's all fake. Maybe this is some kind of hunting thing, you know? For hunters to go up and then they establish their tents or whatever there, and then they hunt deers. Who knows? Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. Alright, hard tangent. How about hard tangent? How about hard pivot to succubi? How do you summon a succubus? Now for the main meat, the main attraction, the pièce de résistance. How do you summon a succubus? First of all, what is a succubus? They are female spirits of sexual desire who often choose male mates that cannot be banished with holy objects. They're not vampires, though a lot of vampires are usually portrayed as succubi, which I'm not against. How to summon? The latter method is used to focus your intent into a message to one of the 4 succubi queens. There's queens now, apparently. Is any of this real? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. Hold on, let me look really quickly. If you're interested in this kind of thing, I would recommend that you play Succumate. Let me see if this is safe to show on stream. Hopefully it's safe. I think it's safe. Okay, I played this game, maybe like 2, 3, 4 years ago. It's safe. Tell me 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 it's safe. Okay, yeah. This is a game about summoning a succubus and living with a succubus. It's the closest thing you'll get to summoning a real succubus, is just playing these kinds of games. I highly recommend it, actually. The story is good. It's very like on tier, on par with Witch's House. I enjoyed it very much. What do you mean, bruh? What do you mean, bruh? It's a good game! It's a good game! I recommend this. What's in Dojin Otome? Dojin Otome is the name of the creator. He does very, very good games. Highly recommend. This girl's very cute too. I recommend this game. If you're wanting some kind of, I don't know, succubus experience, succubus simulator, I recommend this game. And I'm not gonna play it on stream, obviously, but it's good. Succubus. Oh wow, succubus on stream. I actually didn't know what I was gonna do with this stream. I was just gonna, yeah, this is the one. I love this one. It doesn't repeat. But you get it right. You see it. I like that one. Moral of the story is, what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is always charge your phone, bring a flashlight, make sure that if you're going alone, make sure that someone knows where you go. Someone knows where you're going, and if you think you're in trouble, you should probably call the police. Instead of doing like me and sending a message to someone, hey, I'm in the woods, I don't know if it's safe out here, and then my phone just dies, and the last message that they see is I might die. I just wanted to stream today, and I had no idea what I wanted to do, but yeah, that is today's stream, I guess. As for summoning Morrigan Ainsland, yeah, if you believe it, if you can dream it, you can do it. It can come true. You can summon. You probably shouldn't do this, actually. Yeah, I mean, considering succubi are demonic entities, you probably shouldn't mess with this. I mean, like, considering I'm not like super religious or anything, but I was raised religious, so I'm kind of very apprehensive of this like demonic stuff, despite being very I like this one. I might save this one, actually. I like that design. Kind of boyish, but we're not gonna talk about that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm thinking I might bring on Des for another one of these, because I really enjoyed that occult demonology stream. It was a very long time ago, and I feel like it warrants a follow-up at this point. And I will look up those locations: Birdcage Theater, Copper Queen Hotel, Hotel Alex. I will look into those. I never felt anything strange during the day when I was up in Appalachia, but nighttime forest is very freaky. And it's probably just me. It's very likely just me being very easily scared by by nothing, basically. Creepy woods. I'm gonna see if I can find no creepy. I can't find it. I can't find it. I might go and find it in my file somewhere, and then maybe I'll post it on Twitter, but that's one place that I won't be able to forget, is just in the middle of the woods, a straight path with 2 rows of trees, very unnatural formation. And these trees looked old. Like it must have been at least 100 years or something that those trees were there. So I'm wondering, why is there just this random path in the woods? Oh, you know what? While I was in the woods, again, this is probably just me being schizo, but I would feel this weird energy coming from the trees, especially 2 trees that were next to each other. OMG feet. I like this one. I like this one. But if you see two trees, let me see, trees in the woods. Two trees that were particularly close to each other and like within a door's distance of each other. And oh, it was like this. It was like this. It was exactly like this in the woods. It was super weird, but it wasn't a path. It was not a path. It was just like full of grass, like bushes, grass. It was like very... It was not a path. It was not a path, but it looked exactly like this. Just in the middle of the woods. And it's just so weird because you would think that there would be trees here, right? Man planted plot. Honestly, probably. But why? In the middle of the woods, why would there just be just this clearing with two rows to spook you, to spook specifically me, yes, to make me freak out and run out of the woods and then break my leg going downhill and then end up in the river that was right there, and then I end up like 5 miles away downstream, dead. Oh, this again. I really don't like. Every time this song would come up in the, I'm just getting flashbacks to the game. Whenever this song would play is when something would be chasing you. It's very. Oh, it's a good game. It's a good game. I hate horror games. Anything that has to do with horror. I cannot do horror. But Witch's House, Abe, Misao, all those old games, they were really good. I would recommend. I'm just getting chills from remembering all that stuff. Again, if you've played Witch's House and you enjoyed it, I recommend Diary of Ellen, Witch's House. It's a light novel. Witch's House? Witch's House. This one, Diary of Ellen. It's a light novel. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very good. If you haven't played the game, you should play the game first because it spoils everything in the game. It's kind of a prequel. It is a prequel. It's a prequel to the game, but it also spoils everything. It also explains everything. It explains everything in the game, and I liked it a lot. OMG, it's me. Hey, that's me. Yeah. 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 It's such a great game. The story was amazing. Especially with the ending too. Witch's House was so good. Where are we at? An hour? I think that's fine. I wasn't really planning on doing anything too serious today. I just felt like streaming and I didn't know what to stream. So yeah, I think I might do another one of these, but more planned and probably with the Slurs, since he is very familiar with a lot of this occult stuff, mysticism and everything. Because I don't know if you're aware, I don't know if he wants anyone to tell, but at a certain point, his goal, his dream was to be a priest, I believe. So he's very familiar with religion and demons and the occult and that kind of thing, and mysticism and theology. So I do want to do another stream with him. What is the spiritual occult significance of California? Indian burial grounds. There you go. I do wonder. Oh, actually my parents have told me that there's like some weird stuff happening where they live, where they used to live, where they're from actually, from this really small from this very small rural town in the middle of nowhere down yeah, I'm not gonna say where exactly, but down south of where I live, very south of where I live. And I'm kind of inclined to believe that there's paranormal stuff going on down there, especially with all their religions. Oh, this one's a creepy one. I don't remember where this is from, but this is like one of those like cursed images. I don't remember the significance of this image, but it's one of those cursed images. Very scary type of things. I'm the MLM popularized. It's a book cover. It's a book cover. What book is this? Images. This is Camille? Camille? It's a book called Camille. Camille book. I've been wanting to get back into reading more. There it is. Cameo. It's about the sweeping saga of the revolt of gods in which Zariel, the Black Angel, and hosts of evil. Fantasy. In the tradition of J.R.R. Tolkien. That's I've been meaning to get back into Lord of the Rings. I read the Silmarillion, and I'm about halfway into The Hobbit or something. Yes, I read the Silmarillion first. I'm one of those weird people. I kind of miss those hiking streams that I used to do, but I feel like I can't really do them anymore partially because there's no forest where I live anymore. Maybe I could. No, not really. Maybe I could actually. Maybe I could actually. I'd have to look into it. But I might be able to go again. If there's any trails out there, which I'm sure there are, but I might be able to do it. Maybe we could do it with Des. Go out into the forest. Get scared. Get jump scared by some weird looking deer. And then find something out there. Obviously nothing's real, right? There's nothing actually out there in the woods. Unless there actually is. You never know. Which is why I'm very curious to go out there. But at the same time, I'm also very scared. But what am I scared of if nothing is real, right? What if it's not even real? Aliens aren't real, ghosts aren't real, there's no such thing as a Bigfoot, there's no monsters out there, but what if there is? But what if there is? We just don't know. I just want to believe. I want to believe that there's supernatural things out there. What that Bigfoot see do? Bigfoot is real and he tried to eat my ass. I just want to believe. I don't know if any of this is real. But maybe it is. And maybe one day we'll find out that aliens are real. And it'll just completely destroy the integrity. Integrity? It'll just completely destroy all religion. Maybe not all religion, but lots of religions would be destroyed in the case that we find aliens are real. And then we're gonna become racist towards the aliens. Yay, xenophobia. Real, actual xenophobia. I was always very scared. I'm already there. Yeah, my parents are there too. Damn Grace. Oh, that's what you meant. Oops. Yeah, aliens. I hate aliens. I hate aliens. Yeah. Yeah, aliens. Yeah, we're totally talking about aliens here. Yeah. Aliens. I hate those Greys. They're no good. They're gonna kill all of us, and we should kill them before they kill us. Yeah, yeah. We need to kill them first. Yeah. I'm pretty much out of I don't know. I don't got anything else. I think I've said everything that I wanted to say. I went through everything that I wanted to go through for the most part. I don't believe that succubus summoning is real. And even if it is, you probably shouldn't mess with it just because, again, this is me being partially religious too, but if you're intentionally summoning a demon, then we call those incubi. Succubus male is incubus. Bro. Oh man, I need to stop. Man. Oh, yeah, that's my cue. That noise, that's my cue to stop. Alright, thank you everyone for coming today to the stream. I enjoyed myself, non-sexually. Wow, that's a succubus if I've ever seen one myself. I say so myself. Wait! There she is! There she is! There you go, Berserker Rage. We finally did it. We finally made it to the end of stream. There is the Morrigan Island. We finally made it. Again, platonically. Yeah, platonically. Succubus sucks. Whoops. That's my dog. Alright, my dog's over here. The huge dog. Huge dog's over here. Oh man, he's gonna pee on my stuff. Hey! Okay, thank you Connie B, thank you Soiru, thank you Pomf Pomf. Thank you Berserker Rage, thank you Danica, thank you Ness1228. I am oh yeah, thank you Tommy, thank you Soiru. Out. If there's one thing you got from this stream, I would like you to play where's it? If you're interested in succubus and succubus themes and succubus summoning, I implore you to play Succumate. I really enjoy this creator. It's a good game. The story is good. Unironically, the story is good. It gets good in the last 30 minutes if you get through the true ending. Trust, it's good. And also Witch's House. Play Witch's House and then read Diary of Ellen. It's very good. I enjoyed it very much. With that, I think I'm gonna go cook some food. And I'm gonna see if I can plan something with Des, probably. Do something in the wilderness and not get lost and not get eaten by succubus, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Goodbye. Stream tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna be, but stream tomorrow. It's either gonna be Monster Hunter or karaoke, monthly karaoke. If I can figure out how to set up something. I'm having audio issues with tomorrow's karaoke, but hopefully I can get it working. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Good night. Rather, wait. What do you mean good night? It's barely 6 o'clock. It's barely 9 o'clock. What do you mean good night? I just barely got up like 3 hours ago. Yeah, that's it. I don't have anything. Otsu karasu.